I might regret this. I saw Dune came out with this tinted sunscreen, so I went ahead and bought it to try out because I really like the Mug Guard. The Mug Guard is a clear, colorless chemical sunscreen gel. No fragrance in the Mug Guard. Unfortunately, the tinted one does have fragrance. The reason I wanted to try this though, iron oxides in tinted sunscreens can protect from visible light that comes from the sun and can lead to more stubborn hyperpigmentation and deeper skin tones. Tinted sunscreens are often mineral. Chemical sunscreens, especially gels, are a lot more lightweight. They're great for heat. And like I said, I really like the fragrance-free Mug Guard, so I want to try this. The tint's not too bad. I wish it didn't have fragrance. This also has caffeine and antioxidant. This one's not water resistant though, so it's more of an everyday kind of moisturizer. You might want to use it like on your legs or whatever before going out as a body makeup, but the Mug Guard is water resistant. And the Bod Guard though, no tint, same kind of formula as the Mug Guard with fragrance unfortunately, but a lot less expensive per unit. So check out my review on gel sunscreens to talk about the Mug Guard and the Bod Guard. But the Golden Guard is not too bad. The fragrance, it's kind of a little bit of a sea breeze aroma. It's kind of lingering unfortunately, but it's not like headache inducing, but it's definitely lingering. Speaking of hyperpigmentation, I just finished the Discoloration Serum Super Fade from Peach Slices. Really enjoyed this 4.5% niacinamide serum with licorice root, centella, and then cetyl tranexamate mesylate. It's very lightweight, very hydrating, and pretty affordable. Good for discoloration, dark spots, redness, and just moisturizing the skin. But underneath that layer of the golden sunscreen, I had just applied this Galacto-Niacin 97 Power Essence. This I tried for the first time a couple of months ago when I was traveling. I took it with me, and it's pretty nice. 5% niacinamide, and the Galactomyces is very hydrating. Now, word of warning, Dune Sun Care, if you are listening, take note, because the foil seal under the cap when you first buy them, oh my gosh. You need a tool to get that off. Not only does it not have a little tiny lip to lift it up, but it's super tenacious, and it's the type of foil seal that when you go to peel it off, there's like almost a clear piece of film that still stays behind and is really difficult to peel up. So that would be one of my major gripes with their sunscreens, is that foil seal is impossible to get off. So yesterday's video was my shopping experience at Jungle Jim's International Market during my trip to Ohio. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun in there. Those Napoleon candies though, I ended up buying them. Oh my gosh, here's one here. I ended up buying a bag of these. They are something different, I'll tell you that. Just looking at the picture, I thought it was gonna be this type of burnt sugar candy. Almost sort of toffee-esque. Maybe had a little coconut milk, something going on, because these are vegan candies. Oh, no. This is salty licorice. It's a little ball, and let me tell you, you put it in your mouth and you're like, oh, this is nice. Not super sweet, okay, which I like, because I'm not a big candy eater, and this is America. We put a lot of sugar in our candies, okay? So it's a pleasant sweetness, not overly sweet. But as you're sucking on this, you're like, what's happening here? This little powder trickles out, and it's like salty and sour at the same time. It's a trip. You've got to try these. This is the salted licorice flavor, but I went on Googling, and they have a bunch of other flavors that I'm dying to try. It takes a long time to eat this. You suck on it, and it's the neatest thing because these little holes on either end of the ball open up, and that's when the powder starts slowly releasing into your mouth, and then it mingles with the can. It's genius candy engineering, let me tell you. I'm really glad I got these. For lunch, I hit up Damazis Mediterranean Buffet. This place has quickly become my favorite restaurant in Houston. Well, one of my favorites. There are a lot of great options. I've only ever been to this location. They have a few locations, I think, around the city. But I've heard that this one, which is right across the street from NRG, is actually the best one. They label everything that's vegan, so it's really easy, and the food is always amazing. They have all sorts of salads. They have meats, but I obviously stick to the vegan options. This is what I got, and it was all amazing. Like the eggplant, the hummus, 10 out of 10. Then I went over to Rothco Chapel. This is like a local must-see, and I've never been. So they don't actually let you film inside, but no fear, there's a mini version in the gift shop that you guys can get the feel of. This is actually the aerial view of what the whole thing looks like from the outside. There is that big sculpture fountain that I showed you earlier outside. And it's really nice because you go in and it's completely quiet. It's great if you just want to escape the city, escape work. You can't have your phone out in there. They're really strict. It's just quiet, and you can see there's these little benches you can sit on, and there's like a thing at the top that allows light to come in. It's very peaceful in there. If you just, like I said, need to have a quiet moment to rest your head, I don't know, to rest your mind, quiet your mind. There you go. And think, you can do that. You could read a book in there, I suppose. I always have to hit up a gift shop. I have to say though, their gift shop was a little Spartan. Like no keychains, just these postcards. Yeah, they need to have a squishable of the Rothco Chapel, something that I can sink my teeth into. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm back. I stopped at the Guild shops and I got some good finds. So the Guild shops are secondhand consignment shop, and the proceeds go to a charity. I can't remember which one. It's like a childhood cancer of some sort, or maybe pediatric neurology, one of the two. First of all, I got this. Isn't he cute? I got him for Memorial Day, 4th of July, all the summer festivities. He's got his little flag, and then one coming out of his head here. And then you can put a candle inside, or an LED little votive. I thought he was so adorable. I couldn't pass him up, and he was only like $7. He's got a little bow. I just thought the detail was so precious, and this kind of thing you would pay, I don't know, $30 for at Michael's. So, I'm telling you. The real wins though, I got some beautiful needlepoint wall hangings. This one, I don't know if you guys can see. Isn't it pretty? It's really long. It's like green and yellow colors. And it's got a nice velvet backing. It was hung up with a safety pin, so I might just do that temporarily. And I also got one that had the actual little hangers. Isn't this one pretty? This one actually probably would look better in here. I was thinking the green and yellow would look nice in the office living room, but this might look good in here. Just so you guys can see up close, I went ahead and hung out. This is like the tag stuck on it. It's got these I need to take off, but I just thought it was so pretty. I love needlepoint. And it even has this on the other side, the other end. And it's got a nice backing to it as well. There's a random nail on the wall here in this one point, so I'm just hanging this one up so you can see it. These consignment shops are a great place to find needlepoint, cross stitch that you like, and that way you don't have to make it and do the backing, but you can bask in all the glory, because let's face it, this probably took a lifetime and a lot of patience to do. Churning and burning. Love this Milky Toner. Just hopped out of the shower. My skin is damp. I'm gonna come on over with this before I do my tretinoin. This Milky Toner, I've liked it since the first couple of times I've used it, but as I've continued using it, it's continued to grow on me even more. Like, I really think it's a nice hydrating formula, and it layers really well under tretinoin as like your moisturizer. Aquatide peptide that allegedly is going to help, what does it do? Kick off certain autophagy pathways and allow for recycling, renewal, healing, and all of that good stuff. But I think it's just good for hydrating, so. Update on the Golden Guard from this morning. Okay, performance throughout the day did not give me any pilling issues. The scent did not last. I did end up reapplying it, and it was easy to reapply. Now, I had the base layer of this, plus I had some light makeup on over. I had the Lumi Glotion, I had concealer. I reapplied over that, and I didn't get any pilling, which is great. You know, sometimes gels, they pill easily. So this over itself, no pilling. Now, in contrast to the Mud Guard, I found that this made my face feel a little dry throughout the day, especially up in this area. I just kind of felt like it was, you know, when I put it on as it was drying down, because it's a gel formula, it does dry pretty quickly. I felt like this area was getting a little tight, a little dry. So I didn't care for that so much, but pretty nice. Wish it were water resistant though, especially, y'all, the heat is on already. I mean, it is cranking up. It is cranking up, Buttercup. The eccrine glands are all on alert. They are all on alert, and they are pumping dilute saline. No toxins, because sweat is not intended to detoxify. Toxins are not being pumped out of your body through eccrine sweat. Eccrine sweat, its main purpose is to cool you, because you pump it out, it evaporates, and it has a cooling effect. Pretty nifty. Unless you make too much of it, then it becomes a nuisance. Don't waste your time on those natural deodorants, okay? They're not gonna reduce sweat output. They're just basically gonna put perfume under the arm and maybe absorb some moisture, depending on how they're formulated. They might also kind of help maintain the pH in such a way to reduce the amount of bacteria there that break down sweat, but you have that strong fragrance, it mixes with your sweat. It's just not a good odor mambo combo. I know some of you are already typing. You're already chiming. My grandmother's been putting lemon juice under her armpit since the dawn of time. She smells like, what, a dainty lavender bud. You know, I was very resistant with the lemon juice thing because, hello, irritation station. Plus, that lemon juice, you're wearing a tank top. You put that lemon juice under there. The sun hits that. Phytodermatitis. Okay, that'll just put you in the house of pain right there. So I'm not a fan. Okay, skin on skin contact, sweat plus that citrus acid. But they actually did put the lemon juice thing, swiping the lemon under the armpit, to the test, and it did help with odor. So I got schooled on that. If you've been doing that and you do it in a certain way where it doesn't cause you any irritation, I get it. It will help cut down on odor. That's like a natural remedy. Don't be putting baking soda up under your arms though. That's what will give you a aggressive armpit dermatitis. As a matter of fact, I think that's why so many people have problems with a lot of the natural deodorants, is the baking soda they put in there. So don't go doing that. That's not going to do anything. But the other option is to use a benzoyl peroxide acne wash under your arms. That'll cut down on the bacteria under there that lead to odor. There are other topical antiseptics like Hibiclens and betadine. Betadine can be irritating over time, and there's concern possibly that it's just a little bit too much of wiping out. Those are pretty intense as far as wiping out your flora, so that might not be the best from sort of a holistic approach, if you will, for your microflora. But yeah, it definitely can help. Now, the glycolic acid trick that a lot of people do under the arms, that technically can work, because glycolic acid may help lower the pH of your underarm skin, again favoring the bacteria to be in such a way that they're not as the type that make you stink. But the problem with glycolic acid, especially from facial care products, is that those glycolic acid products are not intended to be used under the arms. So they weren't tested there. They can be exfoliants, and that's really irritating under the arms. It can cause quite a bit of underarm irritation. For those of you with a deeper skin tone, it can lead to underarm discoloration. I don't recommend it. Okay, I don't recommend the glycolic acid thing. A lot of these more natural deodorants, they will have mandelic acid. And for example, I tried one from Drunk Elephant a long time ago. Didn't do much for me, but I'm not a heavy sweater. But some of them do have that, a little bit gentler and formulated presumably to be okay under the arms. So that, okay, I can kind of understand. Those will help reduce odor, but they won't reduce sweat output. They might absorb some moisture, but they won't reduce sweat output. So that's the stinky stanky on body odor. But yeah, if you're going to use an antiperspirant, you technically only need to use it a couple of nights a week, because once that aluminum salt gets down in there, I mean, why are you stacking? Why are you packing and stacking? No need for that. Anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed today's vlog and that you're having a fantastic weekend, all right? And that Charlie got all his chores done. Math homework is complete. The science project diorama, don't tell me you did that for him, because if you did that for him, then we need to talk. We need to talk. You need to be watching my videos, not doing the diorama, all right? If Charlie gets a C- on the diorama, that's his own problem, not yours, okay? He knows what the expectations are. The diorama, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you saved a shoebox for him. What else? Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for decades. In the shoebox, and it's his thing. He should have been saving his own shoeboxes, because those are useful. All right, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this vlog up. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.